Welcome to CBSNews.com. I'm Rick Borutta, and here with me is Steve Garfield, author of Get Seen, Online Video Secrets. He's also one of the founding members of Boston Media Makers and host of Stephen Garfield TV on the Pulse Network.
Yep, stevegarfield.tv.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us again. You've been a tech guest of ours a few times now.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I love the technology that you're using here to go live. It's really exciting.
And your book, what your book is about is in basic is showing people who don't necessarily have a tech background how to access video, get it posted, and share it with whoever their audience is.
Right. Yep.
Right.
Totally. Make it easy.
Right.
Like if people want to know how to put video online and they're intimidated by what equipment they might need to use, I say, well, what do you have on you? Let's use what you have, and I'll help you get video online starting that way.
Great.
Yeah.
So for the flip video camera was a great invention. It was easy to use, connected to the computer, and then it went away.
Yeah.
So I know you have a few suggestions for people who are looking for something to replace that.
Right. The flip was such a brilliant invention because there was the red button on it, and people could just pick it up and press the red button to record, and then press the red button to stop, and they had a video. So simple. And then, like you said, plug it into their computer, put it up, share it, YouTube, wherever. So now that the flip has been discontinued, what else is there? So when I look at, what I have in my pocket, I have, an iPhone, which the iPhone now can shoot really great HD quality video. And the really cool thing about the iPhone is that once you've shot your video from the same device that you shot your video, you can share it. So one button to record, same as the flip, and when you're done, it's even a little better than the flip. You can push another button to share, and up pops a menu. Where do you want to share it to? YouTube, hit a button, it's on YouTube. That easy.
YouTube, or sending it to your Facebook, or
Facebook, yep.
Yeah.
Any kind of video sharing site. But a lot of people love YouTube, and that's where a lot of videos go.
Now, if you're an Android lover, what are your options?
Android also has video in it. My wife has the Droid X, which is a nice big Android phone. Gives you a nice big screen to shoot video. Just hold it sideways, shoot your video. When you're done, same kind of options to share it online. Email it, post it up onto Facebook. It's so simple these days.
Great. Now, for those of you watching, we're going to take your questions. Steve's going to take your questions, actually.
You don't want to take any?
I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take some. But besides in the chat room on CBSNews.com, you can video Skype us. The Skype name is video_web. And Bryce, who's producing the show, he'll get you in the queue, and we'll have you Skyped in to the show. So come up with some questions and call us at video_web.
Yeah, anything about video, what kind of cameras to use, where to host it, how to shoot it. I do a lot about teaching people how to put their videos together.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't like is turning the camera on and just randomly walking around. That is usually not that interesting.
I found that out many years ago when I was first getting into video.
Is that what you shared?
Wanted to show this to everybody, and everyone was like, oh yeah. But now, both iPhone and Android video apps have ways for people who know a little bit about video to do some more advanced stuff. Is that right? Like, just in terms of setting the quality or white balancing. I mean,
not really white balancing, but I give people tips on how to use these pocket HD cameras the best that you can.
Okay.
So on the iPhone, the good thing is that there isn't a white balance or all these technical things, so people don't get all worried about setting a white balance.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest people do is a couple things. Sound and light are the two things to think about. When you want to shoot video, you want to go to a well-lit area. So if it's dark, move to where it's more well-lit, or move outside in the sun, outdoors. If you get better light, the video is going to look better. And then for audio, a lot of times I see people in conferences where it's real noisy, and they're like, hey, can I interview you? And it's just so noisy. I'm like, how is that video ever going to come out good, because the sound is going to be horrible? What I do is say, it's real noisy here. I want to interview for a few moments. Can we step out into the hallway or somewhere that's a lot more quiet? So using just the phone, think about where you are, and that way you can get good lighting and sound. Now, some devices allow you to attach a microphone, and it's always been kind of problematic on how to get a microphone on the iPhone, and I just got one. These guys sent me one. This is called the iRig mic. You can check it out.
Okay.
And it plugs right into the iPhone like this. So then you can shoot, and then we could have our interview like this and like that, and the audio quality is going to be excellent. So this thing is called iRig mic, and it gets you great quality, and the cord is really, really long too. So a third person could be shooting us,
right,
and then we could be doing our interview.
Got it.
And the sound's going to be really, really good. So I like this.
That's great.
It also has a headphone jack, which it doesn't allow you to monitor the sound while you're shooting. Higher end cameras let you do that, which I like, because you want to hear the sound as you're shooting to make sure it's good. But these personal HD video cameras, the pocket ones, don't allow you to monitor while you're shooting. This lets you listen to it after.
Okay.
Because if you try and listen to it on your iPhone, you might not hear it as well. But when you could leave the mic in and then plug in a headphone and listen to it and see how good it is.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll know the real quality of the sound by listening to it through there as opposed to through the phone.
Or just unplugging the mic and plugging in headphones.
Right.
So this is really cool. I like the iRig mic. And then I actually brought two others that are kind of cool. This one is really cute. It's the Kodak Playful camera, Playfull, and it's kind of like the Flip in how easy it is to use. It's small and you can pop it in your pocket, and it has that one button like the Flip did. So you just turn it on, do your recording, and pop the video into your computer and post it wherever you want. So that's a cute
now
little one.
I'm sorry, how do you post it into the computer?
You open it up and it has a USB little connection.
So the same way as a Flip.
Yep, so this thing pops out, and then there's a USB connection. You plug that in your computer, and then you can do whatever you want with the video.
Great.
Very, very simple. And then the third one, this one's kind of nice looking. It's the Sony Bloggy Touch, and it has a nice big screen. So it allows you to really see what you're shooting. Looks really, really good. And the camera's kind of nice looking too, and very slim. Just slide that in your pocket. Right. So I like that one too.
And what are the price points for those? I mean, the iPhone we know, but
the Pocket HD video cameras are like under 200, in the 150-ish range, up to 200.
So a nice birthday gift or Christmas if.
Great gift.
Yeah.
People would love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you have something else here to assist.
Yep, this is the old GorillaPod, which it's a tripod, and you can just place it down on a table. But if there's nowhere flat to place the tripod, you can just bend it onto things, and it will hook on like that. And then you attach your camera, because it has a regular tripod mount. But that's another problem with the iPhone. Has no tripod mount to be able to put it somewhere. So this is an X-Shot case, and what it has in it is an inbuilt tripod mount that goes like this. So I added the X-Shot mount onto the GorillaPod, and that lets you use it as a tripod sideways. And then you can also pop that off and then slide it in this way, and you can use it as a tripod that way. And it's hardly even noticeable on the case. So I use this as a case all the time, and then if I want, I can pop it on tripod, put it somewhere, and then record me without having to hold the camera and keep it really steady.
Terrific, terrific. And that would so that actually helps with the stability too. If you instead of just holding the phone in your hand, it might be a nice way to
helps with stability. If people don't have a tripod and they want to hold the camera steady, I use like a 3-point way to hold it with your arms to balance, like balance here on the table.
Right.
And a 3-point will keep it really, really steady. Or if there's no arms on a chair, I'll hold it like against my body. Or if I'm outside, I'll hold it up against a tree or a wall or anything if I want to have a really steady shot.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Do we have any viewer questions, Bryce? No. Okay. How about in the chat room?
Jacked Up wants to know if there are any iPad killers coming out.
Any iPad killers coming out?
Actually, no, there are no iPad killers coming out. iPad owns that market. I mean, the iPad is awesome, and already they've come out with iPad 2, which the iPad killer is the iPad 2, I would say, really. Just so nice and small, and I think the iPad 2 killer is going to be something like an iPad 3 once it gets a better camera. Right now the camera in it isn't that great, so I've held off on an iPad 2, but once the iPad 2 gets like a nice camera lens in it, that'll be pretty nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is a last call. If you're watching and you want to call in via Skype, our Skype call out is video_web, and we're ready to take a couple of questions before we sign off. So chat with Bryce really quick. So with these tools, how are people more able to act like citizen journalists now that it's so easy to shoot and share? Then where will people go to get it? You know, what we've seen in the last week or so, the twit pic of the space shuttle passing through the clouds.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty awesome one.
And just a day or so ago, really amazing tornado video from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they get seen, basically?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're there in that moment and you're like, whoa, I'm a witness to something that's awesome happening right now, you think to yourself, oh, I've got a camera in my pocket that I can use to record it. So that's the first thing, that they want to just pull the camera out and immediately record that. And then the question is, where are they going to share it to? So wherever they're comfortable sharing is a great place to share. They can pop it up on YouTube, on Facebook, TwitPic, TwitVid, anywhere really. But then the idea is, how do they get it seen and shared? So what I think the thing that's the same with all of these videos and pictures that get shared is people see them on Twitter. So they've put the message out on Twitter, hey, I was in a tornado, look at this video, or my plane just crashed, and then attach a link to where the video is. So where it's posted isn't really as important as getting the word out. So they could do @CBS News, look at this video I shot, and so that would alert you guys to it, and
Right.
then you could then take it and retweet that tweet and spread the news like that. So what I talk about for companies and small businesses that want to get their videos seen is they shouldn't wait to build a community for when they have video. They should start building their community like now, really, and get involved with Twitter and Facebook, make a Facebook page and start promoting themselves and getting people to join in and discuss interests, you know, common interests. And then when they have video to share, they can share it to that community that they've already started building. You know, and then that community, your audience has an audience. So everybody who's watching now can retweet the link to this live stream and say, hey, we're live on CBS.com, here's the link, come watch. So your audience has an audience, and those people have an audience, and it's so on and so on and so on.
Right.
So it just
Right.
totally spreads like that. And if you have content, if you have a video that someone watches and then they say, this is awesome, I want to share it, that's how these things go viral. You know, it's something that people go like, whoa, this is cool, I want to share it. So that's something that people should think of in general when they're making videos. You know, put something up there that's interesting, that people are going to say, I want to share this thing.
Great. So we have a question from the chat room.
Pat would like to know what kind of speech-to-text software the best alternative for like blogging.
Oh, I totally got that one nailed.
So repeat the question.
Oh, the question is, what type of speech-to-text software is great for blogging? And its Drag and Dictate is so good. Actually, there's a version of Drag and Dictate on the iPhone that's free. and you can test it out. And what you do is you speak, and it turns your words into text. And in the iPhone version, you'd be walking around and say, I'm walking around in New York City, and then you can email it, save it, or tweet it. So you don't even have to type in your tweets. That solves that problem of walking around and having to, look at your phone. You just talk and then send it to Twitter. I just got Drag and Dictate on my Mac, and I have a headset, and you plug it in, you open up your page to where you want to say what you want to say, and you just talk. And the words just come out, and you train it to your voice, and it comes out almost 100%. It makes it really easy to write, and it also makes what you write be a lot more real and authentic and kind of conversational. So the way I use it is people might email me to ask me questions about my book, and they'll ask a question like, how'd you get started in video? So I'll put the cursor in the email, I'll say reply, put in Drag and Dictate, and then I'll just start talking. I did my first video on a blog in January 1st, 2004. It was like so exciting, and then you see how what you're writing becomes really conversational and interesting. So check out Drag and Dictate. It's a really good investment.
Okay. And finally, where do you see this kind of mobile video going in the future? What's the next step that you can think of?
As time has gone on with these things, the equipment is getting smaller and smaller, and as the equipment's getting smaller, the quality is going up higher and higher, better and better. So I see the quality getting better, the price coming down, and the thing that I think we're going to see on the Pocket HD video cameras, like the iPhone shows you where the future is going to be because it's connected. It's a connected camera versus a disconnected camera. So right now, a lot of the Pocket cameras, well, really mostly all of them, you have to record the video and then do something with it. Stick it in your computer to get it online. And that tends to have a lot of videos just never get shared. And what the iPhone is showing us is that you can record your video and then share it from the device that you record on. And the improvements that I see coming would be, the device makers thinking, okay, these are a lot more than just phones. They're also video devices. Let's add a tripod mount so we don't have to go to a third party. Let's make it easy to add a microphone. Let's give people a way to monitor the audio while recording. So a lot of the things that we're used to
editing
in video, editing. Well, so the iPhone already has iMovie on it.
Okay.
So, editing is another thing. Oh, then you have a Pocket production studio like right with you all the time. So those are some of the things that are definitely, I would say, just around the corner.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in, Steve Garfield, to share your new toys.
Yeah, if people have questions after, they can just go on Twitter @SteveGarfield. Happy to answer questions, and they can check out my site, stevegarfield.com. It has links to everything.
Great. This is Rick Borutta for CBSNews.com. Have a great day.